Hi, okay, welcome to the last in the series on percentages. This one is focusing in on those questions where it gets mixed in with fraction and ratio questions. These are becoming a much more regular feature of our exams, and they can be causing trouble. Let's put it that way. So we need to look at these and understand how to approach them. So there's a lot of information and there's a lot of almost instruction within each sentence. And it's really important that we step our way through these carefully. The other skill that we must have secure if we're going to have success is our understanding on the links between fractions and ratios. If we don't have that, we really are only going to get so far with these types of questions. So that's what we're going to start with first. We're going to just check in with our understanding between those two number types. We're going to use this to help us. So Gavin shares some money between himself and his sister. He gives his sister a quarter, and we've got to represent the money shared as a ratio between Gavin and his sister. So if Gavin is giving his sister a quarter, then Gavin must be giving himself 3/4. Now we've got to represent the ratio as Gavin to his sister. So the ratio I'm going to write here, Gavin to sister, and it's going to be 3:1. Now those numbers, although they're the other way round, they are exactly the same as the numerators. Okay, and that's the link. That is exactly what's going on here. If I draw a little picture, we'll go here, like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I was to shade that red and that blue, and I asked you to tell me what the ratio of red to blue was, you would happily say 3:4. If I asked you what the fraction of red out of the total there, you would happily say 3/7 or 4/7 for the blues. So you can see that again happening. The ratio and the numerator of the fraction are the exact same thing. So they will test your understanding of that in a question like this. Okay. So let's have a look at this question right from the off and just step our way through it and see how we get on answering it. So we're told that Martin earns £320 per week. He spends 3/8 on food. I almost don't even need to read the rest of the question. I've already got a piece of maths there I could do. So I'm just going to crack straight on with that maths. So he spends 3/8 on food. So 3/8 of 320. Now, if that's in a calculator, boom, it's straight away done. If it's not, it's divide by the bottom times by the top, times first if you want to, because 8 goes into 32 really easily. 8 into 32 go 4, that's going to give me 40. 40 times 3 is 120. And I'm actually going back to the question and I'm going to put my 120 there. And then I can't possibly forget that that piece of maths was all about the food. The other thing that I could do, which I think is excellent practice, is I could just pop that there. And again, I've got that detail, I've got that information. So the next line says he spends 30% on his household bills. Now, some students start to work 30% of the 120 out. All right. We don't want to be doing that because we're not being told it's 30% of the food money goes on his bills. It's just 30% of his wages are on the household bills. Okay. So we're going to be finding 30%. Now, 30% can be written like that. And again, if you've got a calculator, you're literally just going to throw it in the calculator. If not, again, you can divide by the bottom times by the top. 3 lots of 320, add the 0, divide through by 100. It isn't overly tricky, and you've got 96 going on the bills. So that, or both. Now, the rest is saved. I don't even know what that is. So that's going to be my next piece of work. If he's saving the rest of the money, I need to know what the rest of the money is. So I've got 120 plus 96. 120 plus 96 is 216. 320 take away 216 is 104. That's what he's got left. So he's saving 104 to either a Christmas fund or an emergency fund. And he does this in the ratio of 3 to 5. So I've got 3 to 5, and that's my Christmas fund to my emergency fund. And I can't recommend that labeling enough. We've got to work out how much of his wage goes in the Christmas fund, okay? So we've got a total of £104 that's getting saved. If we look at the ratio, we've got a total of 8. So this is the invisible column method that we've seen before. We're then going to times through by whatever number creates the 104. Okay, and that's timesing by 13. We times this side by the same. I'm actually only interested in the Christmas fund, so I actually only want the Christmas fund column. So to finish this off, 3 times 13 is equal to 39. So £39 is how much he saves out of his wages. There are a lot of steps that's worth a lot of marks, but all of these methods that we're using, fraction of an amount here, percentages here, a little bit of adding and taking away so that we got our total to use in our ratio, with the invisible column being used for this particular question. So these are all basic percent, fraction and ratio skills, but they've been wrapped up in a question that feels really tricky. So break it down step by step. Think about what every calculation you do is telling you so that you're able to use it properly in your next step. So hopefully that has been useful. Thank you for watching. That is the last on percentages. If you feel there is an area of percentages that I've not included within the series that you would really like added in, just let me know in the comments and I will get that done. Thank you for watching this Target Maths video.